Two moms, too much coffee, tired eyes but hearts so full. Thanks for tuning in with us. Hope you brewed a cup for you.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Two Moms, Too Much Coffee. We're back.
We're back.
Exciting things. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas and is enjoying their new year. Tempest, how was your Christmas?
Yes, the holidays were chaotic, I'd say. But luckily, chaotic and no sicknesses, which is a
Okay.
complete 180 from last year and the year prior. So it feels real good to be able to like go around and not get everybody sick because it's always my kids. So
Yes.
that was really nice. But it was exhausting. Both kids
Mhm.
obviously were not in daycare. And it was 2 weeks of I call it Tour de Ohio, where we're going around everywhere to see everybody. And then we had a whole week at home. Luckily, Adam is a teacher, so he had the time off, but it was a long, long 2 weeks.
Yes, I can imagine just like with two, because it was a long week with just one, which it was good. It was fun. My family came into town, my sister, my mom, and Naya celebrated her first Noche Buena, which if for those who do not know, for Noche Buena, you open your presents at midnight.
Mm.
And Naya actually did really well. She did not stay up that long, but for as long as she did stay up, for her having a 7:30 bedtime right now, she stayed up to like 9 and did really, really well. She just like and then knocked out whenever we put her down and it was good. So yeah, it was fun. Just like you said, was I was exhausted. Like I needed a vacation from my time off.
Yeah.
But also we hosted Christmas, so that's also why. But also, like, talking about the little daycare piece, like, daycare's closed. You still pay for daycare.
Yeah.
Daycare's closed. And then on top of it, I watched a TikTok the other day, and this mom was saying how she's a daycare teacher, but her daycare's closed, so she still has to pay for daycare, but then also doesn't get PTO. So she's paying for daycare, but then not getting paid. And you mentioning that just brought that to my mind because, like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
yes.
No, that's wild. One of my friends, her school also had like a winter break and she didn't have to pay. And I was like, how do I get into this magical school where you don't have to pay for the time you're not there? It's just so wonderful. I'm like, it just doesn't feel fair. Like, I totally understand that the teachers need the time off. That's fine, whatever.
Mhm.
But like, why do we also have to pay for it? Like,
I know.
it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, the reason we have daycare is because we need care. And
Right.
so now we're taking time off where some people don't get paid for that. And then they have to also watch their kid and pay for daycare. It like just feels so like backwards. And I don't
It
understand why this is
is.
a thing.
And I don't even know if I said it, and I probably did, but I don't know. She's the daycare teacher
Yeah.
at that daycare. It's just sick. So, yeah, I just think every single time Naya's just not there and I'm paying for it, I'm just like and it just makes me mad because daycare teachers do not make a lot of money. So I'm like, where's it going?
Where is
Where's
it
it going?
going?
Where's it
That's the
going?
question. Where
That
is it
is
going?
but anyway, that was just my little soapbox for the day. But it was good. Naya, of course, naturally, being that we're not even one yet, a couple weeks, she liked the wrapping paper and like pulling the paper out of the bag and stuff like that. So I'm
Yeah.
glad we didn't like get a whole bunch of presents, but for what the ones that we did get, they were appropriate. So yeah, it was fun. It was a good time, but exhausted nonetheless.
Good. Yes, good. I love that. It was like the first time it actually felt like a real Christmas for Abel. So, and he really enjoyed it. He understood the whole Santa thing. He came down and unwrapped his gifts, and same thing. Sequoia just played with his wrapping paper gifts,
Mhm.
which was great. She enjoyed herself too. So it was also great. So I'm glad glad we do it. Glad we had the family time. But I would love to get back into a routine.
Yes, yes, and getting back into the routine in general is just hard, but we're here now, and I feel like we're getting back into our 2 moms routine, so naturally we'll just flow into everything else. So, speaking of 2 moms, too much coffee, what are we talking about today, Tempest?
Hey guys, sorry for cutting in, but we wanted to let you guys know that we really, really, really appreciate it when you subscribe and comment and engage with us. So if you could please like, subscribe, Send to your friends, whatever you want to do to keep the engagement going on this podcast. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I thought it might be appropriate for us to talk about our 2026 goals. um, I don't necessarily want to call them resolutions because I just feel like it's just a goal. And if we don't hit the goal, it's totally fine. So I wanted to talk about our goals personally, momly, however you want to do them. I just want to hear them and I want to share mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll start. I'll jump right in. I feel like my biggest one, because it just kind of dwindled down and it's probably cliche, but I don't care, is getting back into my active lifestyle, but changing how I was before and being okay that my lifestyle's changed. I think like 2025, I really was just like holding on, like trying to get back into my weightlifting routine and really just like being like, okay, well, if I can't get back into this specific routine, then it's just, I'm not ready. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm moving into like, that's just not my life right now. And that's okay. And so getting back into an active lifestyle, but changing that lifestyle for what my life is right now. So before I was heavy, 5 a.m. in the gym, heavy lifting, deadlifts, doing all of that jazz. I think I'm going to go more towards Pilates and doing that at home and starting that and like really trying to change that routine of waking up in the morning still. But like, even if it's like a 20-minute workout, 30-minute workout, going on walks and doing stuff like that, still being active because I'm a very much an all or none person. And this is actually what I'm working on in therapy. I'm very much all or none. So if I'm like, well, I can't do all of my full hour, I might as well just not. And that's like a very rigid way of thinking. So one of my goals is like moving out of that and being okay with like the little amount of life, like active lifestyle that I can do right now and being okay with that. And being like, you're doing a lot. You're a mom. You're juggling a lot of balls. And so yeah, that's one of my big goals right now.
Yeah, I love that. I think having this like the overarching goal of being active instead of setting like rigid, like I'm going to the gym 5 days a week and
Mhm.
whatnot. I think that that's really nice. And I feel like it's nice. It's like a nice cushy goal. Like you can't
Mhm.
mess it up. You just have to be active, and that's like a very doable thing. So I love that.
Yeah.
And even if it's cliche, we have to be active to be healthy and to be human.
Right.
So
Right.
so it's okay. It's
Exactly.
a cliche, but it's necessary.
The necessary cliche. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I think my biggest I've been saying like it's like my me year.
Mm.
I'm like 99% positive I won't be getting pregnant again this year. And so with that in mind, it's been like 4 years for me where I'm either pregnant or postpartum. And so this is finally the year where I'm like neither.
Mm.
And so I am very excited to just get back into me and like figure out what that looks like. And there's a number of things I'm trying to accomplish this year. And I think one of the biggest ones is I have always wanted to be on a reality TV show, always. And so I am going to apply to them and we'll see what happens. Like, that's just my goal. Like, I want to be on Big Brother. I want to be on
You say
Trader
Big Brother.
US. Big Brother is the biggest one. Anybody that knows me knows I want to be on Big Brother. And so I will be on Big Brother one day. Just letting everybody know. If it's not this year, it'll be a year. But really, though, I think they all sound fun. Like, even if it's like pop culture Jeopardy, like, I'm just going to apply to all of them just to like see if I can get on them. I think they seem like so much fun. I have done TV production in the past, and so I've seen the behind the scenes of all this kind of stuff, and I think it just seems great. And since I can't do the dating shows, which I think I'd also be amazing at, but obviously
Naturally
I
can't do that.
can't.
God.
I have to settle for the competition ones.
Can't settle. I love that. I knew you were going to say Big Brother. You have been a Big Brother fan since, I mean, literally probably since season one. I don't even know anything about it. So when that happened, but
Yeah,
yeah, you're like mom watches it too, right?
she used to. She's given up on it, but
Yep.
maybe she'll watch when I'm on. We'll see.
Hopefully, I'll watch.
Yeah.
No, I love that. That's a fun goal. That's a really good one. And I can definitely see you on reality TV. So, and then you can hashtag two moms, two moms coffee while you're on the show.
Exactly. The whole goal is really just to get this podcast to pop up. But no,
Love that.
seriously, I just think it'd be so fun for me and it very, very much like me focused because I won't even, if I do get on
Mhm.
these, I will be away from my kids and I'll be away from my family. I'll be away from jobs. And so it's like kind of scary, but I think I can handle it. And I also think it's like the years that my kids won't remember. So
Mhm.
even if I do leave for a little bit, they're going to be like, okay, well, that happened. And then they forget about it.
Exactly. They will not remember. So, perfect
Exactly.
timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think, like, on that same wavelength is also, like, my me year. I just feel like the past couple years, I've always been doing something. So, I've always been healing from something. So, in January 2024, my dad passed away, and then, which I won't dig into because 'cause I'll start crying. And then I got married in April. And then I got pregnant, or I found that I was pregnant, I think, in, like, June or July, around that time frame, right, Tempest? I don't even remember
It's
anymore.
May, but
Yeah, okay. Around that time, I found out I was pregnant, and then I was pregnant, and then I had Naya in January of 2025, and then it was our first year. So, I just haven't really, I mean, I've been on my, like, I started therapy, and I'm on my healing journey from, you know, dealing with grief, and then my healing journey in general of, like, I don't know, my vagina. So, healing from having a baby and, like, all of that. So that's, like, that active lifestyle piece. But one of the things that I've always really wanted to do was start traveling more, and I feel like everyone's always like, "Oh, look, when you have a kid, that's not really something you can do anymore." And so one of the big things I had talked to Nick about was, like, I really want to start doing that. That was something my dad really wanted us to start doing more before he had passed. So that is something that I'm going to be digging into more as a part of my, like, me year. So we already have a UK trip planned in February. And then in June, we're taking my mom to Paris for her retirement. And then in December, we're supposed to be going to Japan. So, really
ooh,
big things happening. And I'm really hoping everything just falls into play and we actually, like, follow through with these trips. But yeah, that's like a really big goal of mine is to just, like, really focus on me, really focus on, like, healing and, like, actually healing, not just putting things under the rug and traveling. So,
mm.
here's to 2026.
Yeah, no, I think that's it's fantastic. I love that you're doing it. I often talk about how crazy your 2024 was.
Mm.
Just there's so much change. I like sometimes I'll just sit at night and think like that was a big year for
Mhm.
sure. I'm glad you're on your healing journey and finding ways to heal amongst the world because
Yeah.
I love traveling and I'm jealous that you're able to do it. I might hide in your suitcase and go do it with you because those sound amazing. I love anywhere that's not the US at this point. So
I mean, I come back, but,
right, exactly. But that's great. I love to hear that. I think one of my other ones is this is gonna sound really conceited. I'm just gonna keep it in. Okay, guys? I'm keeping it in, and you guys are just gonna know that this is my thoughts. I have always thought I should be famous in some sort of way. And I've always been like, why hasn't anybody discovered me yet? Which is insane, guys. I know.
wrong with people.
But the biggest thing is like, I'm like, okay, so not that I really like necessarily want to be famous, but I do like enjoy being in front of a camera and talking to people and building communities and just like using my knowledge to like talk, which is one of the reasons why we started this podcast because I just like to talk about things. And so I have also started my content creation journey, which I have a
Mm.
minor in media production as my undergrad because I really enjoy like the TV media side of things. And so I was like, you know what? Instead of like trying to like wait till someone discovers me, why don't I just do what half the world is doing and start content creating and being a part of that community? So my goal this year is to start content creating a little bit more than I've been like dabbling in it, but like actually like putting an effort into making really good quality content. I can't do the real mom influencer type content. I've tried to do a day in my life, twice. And those are so hard. I
Mm.
give it to any mom influencer that does that type of stuff because it is so much work. And it is not fun work for me. Like, I'm just like, I want to get through my day, and like, you can't. It's like you have to stop record. And it is not just what I want to do. So I have decided that this year I'm going to content create, and I'm going to be doing kind of like an informational learning journey type of content creation. So more to come.
I love that. And you have been like starting to post more, and I'm literally like into it. And then I comment, and then Adam comments on my comment, and then like Adam are arguing. I'm just kidding. No, I love that you are doing this because if anyone doesn't know, Tempest does all of our editing. I don't do the editing. So she is where she needs to be when it comes to content creation. So I'm excited to see more of what you have for us. But they've been really good so far. So I'm excited to see like a compare contrast of how you start in 2026 and then how everything flows out by the end of 2026. So yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Yes, I am. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun because I guess some of the bigger news is Sequoia starts daycare tomorrow,
Mm,
which is scary considering all of the sicknesses going around. But I do get a little bit more time to be me. And so I think that that'll help, which is also really nice.
yes, which it's like it's such a bittersweet thing, right? Like I want to say congrats to you for having time to yourself, but also I know you have some anxieties about the sickness. So definitely bittersweet, but I'm excited for you to get some time back, if you will.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
My goal is to like be able to sit in a coffee shop for more than an hour and a half and not be like, who needs me right now?
Yeah.
You know?
Be able to just sit honestly on a couch is nice too.
Right, exactly. And I do want to get out of the house though. So like I
feel
need to
you.
be out of the house.
Yes, I love that. That's a good one. I feel like my next one kind of goes more into like mom goal. And for me, I think, and it's not like a hard like objective, it's very subjective, but being able to really focus on like my here and now with Naya. I feel like the first year I was so focused on the next phase. And granted, I was so trying to get out of newborn phase because I was so miserable. I was
Yeah.
depressed. I mean, I was so tired, and as most moms know, the girl didn't sleep at all. And so
Did
I
not
think the whole
did not sleep.
did not sleep. She just hated sleep. I'm like, girl, it feels so good. But yeah, so I feel like the whole year I was just like, okay, we did this phase. What's next? Okay, now we're working on solids. Okay, now this solids. Okay, now baby led weaning. Okay, now allergy. Like I just feel like I was always like preparing for the next phase. And I look back and I'm kind of like, dang, I hope I'm like, didn't miss out on anything from just like not taking it in, which I think is a really hard thing to like tell yourself to do, especially with social media, because I just like want to record everything and I'm scared I'm going to forget everything. And like, I don't know, it's really hard to be in the here and now. And I'm just always focused on what's coming next. And then, especially like in my OT brain, developmentally, I'm like, okay, she met this goal. So next we're here. So now like right now we're about to be 12 months. So I'm like, all right, walking like 12 to 15
Right.
months is that average? Like, where are we? So I feel like my OT brain, it's sometimes hard to shut off. And so a goal for me is to really just like be happy and content in the phase that we're in, because she's just like, it's just happening so, so, so fast. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. I haven't really like figured that out. Um, but it is a goal of mine.
Mhm.
And if anyone has any tips, let me know of how you really just focused on baby and in the now, because I would love to hear it.
Yeah, have a second, I think is the only way I've been able to do that because you don't have time to like worry about every little thing with two of them. Other than that, I was the same way.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good. I do love that. I think being able to be super present and be happy with like, they're learning and growing. And as I say, every time you message like, I don't know why she's sleeping or not sleeping. And I'm like, it's because she's growing bones. It's because she's
Literally.
growing bones through her gums and she's, it's her brain is getting twice the size as it was. It's just they're just learning and growing every single day, and it is hard. And so being present is just like it's awesome. So I hope that you can find a way to do that. Good luck.
Yeah. Me too. Comment. Help.
Yeah, right.
Hey guys, just popping in here, sending a nice little friendly reminder to please subscribe to our channel. We love seeing that you guys are listening to us, but it really motivates us to keep going and keep having this little outlet that we have with each other. So don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.
My last one, actually, it ties into your first one, and it is also just being more active. But instead of like doing various things, I bought myself a Soul Cycle bike and I have weights at home. And my goal is to Soul Cycle every day and then weight lift 3 times a week because my body loves a good weight lift. And I I only have free weights, so it's just going to be a free weight lift, but that's okay. I think that my body is just like really enjoy getting back into it. And I really, really want to focus on my core this year because I did a bad job of focusing on my core this past year. And I think it needs some love. So that really is like my 3 big goals that I have.
I love that. Yeah. I love that you bought yourself the bike, and I've been like going back and forth with that. I mean, I actually hate cycling. Yeah. But my dad loved to ride his bike. That was like a big thing of his. And we have his bikes. Me and my sister have his bikes. And so actually on his birthday that just passed, I went and I rode the bike around the neighborhood and things like that. So that's another way of my like active that I want to start doing. And then thinking like if I start enjoying that a little bit more, maybe then invest in a bike like action home because it's just very different. So who knows? But I love that you went ahead, got yourself a bike, and that's like the first step to your goal. So I like that.
Yes. And just a small aside about the cycling. I hated cycling until I got on a Peloton one time at a hotel and I was like, this is fun. It was weird to me because I had always just like cycled without any type of like class situation. And just I don't know what it was. Maybe I just got on the bike and was just pedaling and I was like, all right, fine. This is, boring and I'm not gonna do this. And some reason it like hurts my legs a lot. Why does this hurt so bad? And so I just hated it too. But then I got on that Peloton and I was like, oh, this is really fun. And then I got the Soul Cycle bike, which they're like not really about like, okay, you have to go this fast and blah blah blah. Like they just kind of you ride to music, and they're just like riding to the music. They like tell you go a little faster, go a little slower, ramp up the intensity a little bit. Like they're really super casual about it, and you still get like a really good workout. And so I really like it because it just feels less pressure. But I hate fitness classes. Like I just like I don't like working out with people. So anyway, so that's why I was like, okay, maybe cycling's not as bad as I thought it was. But
Yeah.
I was there. I was exactly where you were.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I also hate, and I also hate, I used to say that I hated fitness classes, but there's some that I used to do that I actually liked. And they were more like, not like Pilates, but like hot yoga mixed with a little bit of mat Pilates, mixed with a little bit of lifting. And those ones I really enjoyed, which is why I think I'll enjoy like a Pilates class. But who knows? Change is good. So we'll see what I end up doing. But yeah, I like that. Good for you.
Awesome. Well, those are all of mine. Do you have any more?
I don't think so. I think those are the big ones.
I will say that I am going to say that our joint goal as well for anybody that is still listening is we would love to build this community up as well. We're through the first year of our kids' lives, so it certainly gives us a little bit more time to engage with everybody and be present. So we'd love to hear from you guys more. All right, so that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I believe next week we're going to talk about traveling internationally or traveling at all with littles and giving a little bit of advice on doing that. And thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, engage with us. We love chatting with you. So definitely interact with us. Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
2 moms, too much coffee, tired eyes but hearts so full. Thanks for tuning in with us. Hope you brewed a cup for you. The morning light is shining bright.